everybody, I'm SJM. Welcome back to Opolis Inc. After last episode's fiasco with the fission reactor and the nuclear accident that we had, I ended up having to die to get rid of my exposure level, just so I could actually sleep and not get hounded by hostile mobs all night long every night. And then I've taken a couple of looks over there. It seems to be dissipating now, but it's been a couple of days because I've been doing some work over here on this side. But this episode, I think we wanted to clean up this hunting season thing and get all of these mulches. So with these mulches, a place we have to give this sludge a home to grow in, place and break it open to see what it's made for you. So it says skin to skin contact is not recommended. However, I guess I'm just going to have to risk it because we've got a good little health pool now. I upgraded both my life and absorption up to the top tier. So now we're sitting at 30 hearts of life pool, so we shouldn't be too bad in that way. But let's just dive into this little mechanic and we'll see if there's anything interesting that we can get out of it. So make one of those. You have to grab this as a bucket. That's the only kind that we actually needed to grab as a bucket. Oh. And let that solidify into a mulch. And I'll just let it sit in this chest for now while we do the other ones. So we do have to get the draconic bacterial mulch just for the quest line. And then what we can do is we can take it and put it into the solidifier with some nuclear waste and then get the irradiated ones. The only one that we're not going to test today is the... you know what? We may as well actually test all 5 of them. Let me grab one more dirt. One more ultimate bounty book. There, we've got those 3 already. All 4 of those we got. I can head on over this way. And the original barrier or edge of the radiation zone used to be here, but it's now backed up all the way into... Last I was here, it's way back into this chunk here before we actually see the particles in the air again. Usually takes a second or 2 for them to appear. Oh, maybe they're all gone now. That's good news. We'll grab this and head back to the base and mix this together. Do I want to use the mixer? No, I'll probably just do it in the... Actually, we may as well do it in the mixer, right? Can't hurt at all. I'm keeping my radiation suit on. Just I don't know what carrying this stuff around is going to do. So, in fact, I was a little bit wary of bringing it this way, but should be fine. One of these in here, that in there. those two are mixing. Back over here, and then we'll have that mulch. Alright, now how do I want to do this? I'm not sure, but I think I want to take it a little bit further away. I don't want to do it right in my base, in case something bad decides it wants to happen. Okay, so we just got a bunch of the drops that would normally come from the bounty buck that we used to make it. All right, that's simple enough. But the malignant doesn't seem to be doing anything bad to me here. Yep, that seems to be exactly the same. So whatever these are the kinds of things that we sell to get the tier 2 bounty buck. The big noise of satisfaction. Yep, as predicted, and exactly as predicted. And then from the last one, we're obviously going to get this. Don't need you in there. Nothing seems bad to be happening to me from handling it, so I guess that's a thing too. This will give me that heart thing. Mutated supercell. Which obviously, like we talked about before, doesn't have anything to do with it for right now, but I would guess that if they do implement the Supreme Bounty Box, then it would be traded for these mutated supercells. So that's, I guess, a way that you could... Don't know about the returns, though. That's the only question, right? We got, like, one of each of these things. Like, if we do it in bulk, do we get enough back to sell for... to make our bounty bucks back, and then we could make a loop out of that, right? You would just need a way to place it into the world and break it automatically, so... Yeah, you'd have to get 7 fish just to get 2 of those, and there's no way that we got... Yeah, maybe if you totaled everything together, we got enough back to make the bounty buck out of it. But sounds like a lot of work for, you know, just making a couple of bounty bucks, whereas, you know, I spent... an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes building my Enderman farm, and I get tons of ultimate bounty bucks from there, which you just have to break down to get the other ones. So probably not worth the effort to get those to do anything with that is what I'm trying to get to, I guess. I think, yep. Almost out of space in there again. Keep clearing it out, but I am working on setting up a drawer system so that we can ease up on the space that we're using in the AE system. So what I'm going to be doing, my plans off camera for the next little while, is we'll be keeping track of that and just getting to work on that, because I will be doing a lot of resources through Mystical in the future, but this is actually a framed drawer. And even if I put something in there, it doesn't have the icon on the outside, so we can I'm going to make this tree my drawers eventually. I do have don't want to carry on. Right click while crouching. That just does carry on. Doesn't let me in to see the GUI, but I did put one of the upgrade cards in there, so the copper upgrade increases a controller radius by 2 blocks. It's the last line there above functional storage. So I made a diamond one that increased the controller radius by 6 blocks. And actually, it's funny that I put that in there because I need it now. That's really frustrating. I can't get back into my drawer anymore, my drawer controller, to see the upgrade that I put in. At any rate, if I hold my configuration tool, no, it's the linking tool that I need. We can see now with just the 1 diamond upgrade, I can reach all the way over here with any of my drawers. So this is the bounding box in which I can put my drawers. So I think if I did one more copper, if I put 1 copper one in there, it'll just expand out 6 times that. If I can get into the stupid thing to put the upgrade in. That's so frustrating. Just be far enough away so that it doesn't trigger. Right, so 6 and then times 2, so it should be increasing it by 12 times. Oh no, it just increased it too. So it's additive, not multiplicative, like it is with the actual storage. That's interesting, I guess. So just note that difference there when using the upgrades in your storage controller. Yeah, we'll get that set up. We'll get all of these things pulling in here, and then I'm also going to start working on auto crafting with my AE system, and I'll probably do a lot of that underground and do a lot of that wiring down there because I want to get this all cleaned up and just do a little bit of general work on the base here. So there might not be any meaningful progress done in the next little while. Not that there is a lot to do. Like I have just to make nitro crystals, and then there's no reason right now even to make the nitro temporal lattice, right? Because this was the thing that you would trade for the supreme power bucks. But there's currently no use for these at all if you hit U and JEI, so there's no need to make those 2 things there. What else haven't we finished off here? A growth accelerator there. Just making those cosmic roots, and I guess these ancient datas to make the cosmic roots. But these don't have a use either. Apparently you use them with the reality seeds for something. Not sure. But that's probably leading towards more... No, it's not the supreme storage bucks, because I would assume that's what the quantum entangled storage components are for. Yeah, then those 2. There is... Oh, I guess we could do one more episode. I can work on getting these activated signalum, enderium, and lumiums to get the ultimate processing bucks, because that is one thing that we do need to get to for sure, because that's probably going to be used in the end game as all of the ultimate bucks. So I do want to have all of those figured out, and then have a way at least to have them figured out how to get them regularly rather than just a one-off. So maybe not auto crafting or automated in any way, but have the process figured out so that we could make a bulk of them if we needed to. And this quest line, which I understand, but I don't see the point of doing. You can make this hyperdense stone by putting 8 ultimate processing bucks with 64 stone. And then with this, you put it back in the combiner with iron, and then you get the ferrite infused. And this goes on and on and on down that entire quest line, adding all of these different aspects to the ore. And you get a ferrite infused, cuprite vein, purite laced, anthracite embedded, pitch blend threaded, silica imbued, spirulite riddled, beryl styrated, kimberlite streaked, hyperdense stone, which is then used with an ultimate mining buck to make a miniaturized planetoid, which doesn't have a use because I think that leads to another supreme buck over there. And then there's the Opolisite, of course, which I think we talked about way back in the beginning. Okay, it makes an Opolis circuit board, which doesn't have a use. But the Opolisite is steel, bronze, signalum, lumium, enderium, and processing bucks all mixed together to get an ingot. So that's 81, 9 ingots of each. Plus, that's just 1 processing buck, right? No, 4 ultimate processing bucks. Plus 8 of each of those ingots equals 1 ingot of Opolisite, which then we can solidify into these, which don't do anything. The only use for this is to enrich it to an Opolisite circuit board, which doesn't have any use yet. So I'm not going to be touching this one in case they change it. I guess I could do it for shits and giggles, but it's not really any true reason for me to go down that road right now just yet. And then, of course, the last chapter, which is all the unimplemented Supreme bucks for now. So yeah, we'll come back next episode. We will do the advanced alloys, go down this quest line and get the ultimate processing bucks. And then I'll do a bunch of base work and come back there. But that's going to be it for this episode. It was kind of, actually, the mulches did a little bit more than I thought they would. I thought they would be completely useless, but they do have a little bit of a use, and you could, like I said, you could automate them for something, but I think it's just a lot better to go straight to the ultimate bucks, and then if you ever need any of the intermediaries, you can always, break them down to the other ones. So once you're far enough into the pack, there's no real reason to have the smaller bucks on any kind of auto crafting. At any rate, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. I appreciate you for checking it out, and we will see you next time. Bye!